Hi, reception class. I hope you're all good this morning. Here is a video for Wednesday's English lesson. For today, you would just need a pencil and a sheet that you can see on the screen, which has got "What do you think Katie's plan will be" at the top. Right, this week in our English lessons, we have been looking at this book, which is called Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs, and the author is a man called Ian Beck. And so far this week, we have been working on our prediction skills, which means we are having a guess. Okay, if we're predicting something, we're having a guess. And today we're going to be doing a little bit more predicting. But I have to say, reception class, I've loved seeing your English work so far this week. You've been coming up with really creative and imaginative ideas. So big well done to you so far, reception. Right, so today we are going to start reading the story again from the beginning. We'll just remind ourselves of what we have learned so far. So Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs by Ian Beck. There was once a boy called Tom who lived with his grandfather in an old lighthouse at the edge of the sea. Between them, Tom and his grandfather took care of the lighthouse. On stormy days and moonless nights, they would light the lamp to show passing ships where the rocks were. On sunny days, they would go fishing together, and Tom's grandfather would tell him wonderful stories of faraway lands and sea monsters. Tom loved his grandfather and the lighthouse very much, but sometimes he longed to sail the wide grey seas in search of adventure. One day, Tom saw something glinting among the wet pebbles on the seashore. It was an old bottle chipped and covered with seaweed, with a message inside. The message said, "Help! I'm shipwrecked on a faraway island. There are dinosaurs here and a smoking volcano. Please come before it's too late. Help! Thank you, from Katie." Tom rushed home with the message. "Oh, poor girl," said his grandfather. "She's in terrible trouble." He looked worried. "But what can we do? We can't leave the lighthouse. If a storm blows up, we'll have to light the lamp." "Don't worry, grandfather," said Tom. "I'll rescue her." Tom raced downstairs to fetch the special emergency box. He pushed and pulled and heaved it to the narrow steps to the balcony. Oh, reception, this is exciting. This is where we're going to find out what's inside the emergency box. That's what we were predicting, we were guessing yesterday. He pulled the ripcord with a rush of wind. The sides of the box collapsed, and an enormous rescue balloon filled with air. Tom jumped into the basket. His grandfather gave him a snack for the journey and wished him luck. "Be careful," he said, as he let the tether go. The tether's this rope, reception. Tom's balloon soared into the sky. As night fell, he drifted across cold seas and sleeping towns. Flew past snow-covered mountains, across wild dark green forests, through rainstorms and over waterfalls. At times the balloon dipped down to touch the waves. Later it drifted across a great city at dawn, and then, as the sun rose, flew on far, far away. At last Tom could see the island below him. A ship lay wrecked on the rocks, but there was no sign of Katie or the dinosaurs. Great belches of smoke and fire rose from the volcano. He let the balloon drift down through the swirling smoke and fixed the anchor to a tree. He climbed down and began to look for Katie. Then he heard someone calling him. It was Katie. She was perched high up in a tree. "Quick!" Tom shouted. "We've got to get out of here. The volcano is about to erupt." "We can't go yet," said Katie. "Come and look at this." "Those are the last dinosaurs in the whole world," said Katie. "If we leave them here, they will be killed when the volcano erupts. We've got to save them." "But how?" asked Tom. Those dinosaurs are too big for my balloon. Luckily, Katie had a plan. Right, and this is where I'm going to stop reading today, reception class, because your challenge today is I want you to have a guess, have a think about what Katie's plan is going to be. How is she going to save the dinosaurs from the erupting volcano? Have a little think, and then I want you to draw your idea on the piece of paper. Okay, draw your idea. Then, if you want to, you can write a sentence about what you've drawn, but you don't have to. Reception. The most important bit is that you've got an idea of what you think her plan will be. And if you have a go at that, send me a photo of your work on Seesaw. I would love to see. And that's it for today's English lesson, reception class. Well done for working so hard, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.